Everything was about crunches in 2021. COVID vaccine crunches at the beginning of the year were replaced by fears that we'd struggle to buy turkeys, toys, or electronic gizmos to put under the Christmas tree. For most of the year, supermarket shelves, auto showrooms, and indeed petrol stations were emptier than usual. Some crunches were resolved fast, others not so much. So are we facing another period of crunches, or will the supply chain crisis abate in 2022? In today's video, we're going to talk about the biggest crisis we might face in 2022. But before that, make sure you press that red subscribe button along with that tiny bell icon to get updated every time we post new videos. Let's get started. Before 2021, supply chains were substantially unnoticeable to consumers. Occasionally, a package might show up late or a certain item might not be available at your favorite store, but the long chain of logistics that carried a product from plant to shelf, or these days, your doorstep, was commodity for commercial bigwigs to worry about, not their clients. This lack of knowledge extended to the media as well. As the New York Times confessed lately, we didn't indeed have a logistics beat before the pandemic. Now we do. Also, in early 2021, something happened that placed supply chains at top of mind for both policymakers and consumers. Throughout 2020, COVID-19 shutdowns stopped or decelerated produce across the world. Countries similar as China, Taiwan, and Vietnam, where much of global manufacturing is based, were especially hard hit, causing a worldwide domino effect. It's worth reflecting that the crunches have occurred for numerous reasons. During the 2020 lockdowns, an unforeseen run on essentials similar as bathroom paper and pasta left shelves around the world bare. Singapore ran out of eggs as consumers laid by them, for example. Retailers ordered more eggs, hopeless to satisfy demand. But once the demand has been satisfied, there was suddenly a surplus. In June of that year, distributors threw out eggs. This is what happens when demand temporarily changes. The effect magnifies with each league of the supply chain, as every supplier adds a redundant buffer to their order to be on the safe side. Minute changes in client demand can thus affect in huge redundant demand for raw materials. This is called the bullwhip effect. As with a lash, a small flick of the wrist can lead to a big crack at the other end. More to the frustration of producers and everyone else for that count, COVID-19 is still ongoing. Indeed, as the world economy works through the disturbances of past surges, the Omicron variant is bringing its own economic impact that's just beginning to be felt. While some disturbances in production, shipping, and the labor market are anticipated, some economists are cautiously auspicious this surge will come with a briskly recovery. At the same time, the industry group is completely anticipating supply chain disturbances in 2022. One factor that's slightly more predictable is the COVID response of the Chinese government, which throughout 2020 and 2021 maintained a strict zero-COVID policy that responded to outbreaks with aggressive shutdowns and counter-blockade measures. The government is sticking to that approach with Omicron. The city of Xi'an has been on lockdown for 2 weeks due to rising cases there. While the closures are reportedly leading to original crunches and social uneasiness, the global implications are still unclear. Eventually, supply chains are driven by people, and 2021 showed the limitations of the system. As companies and consumers adjust, current knots will untangle moderately. But as the COVID wears on and the realities of keeping business profitable come back to the fore, you presumably shouldn't expect a resolution in 2022. And that's all for today's video. Let us know your views in the comment section below. And don't forget to like this video before leaving. Thanks for watching.